We love B&B. Hello, everyone. And today is Monday, October the 7th, 2019. And we're just going to go right into today's recaps for The Bold and the Beautiful, being narrated today by myself, Allure, along with Rue. Now, we're just going to start off right with Brooke and Shauna, because that was real juicy on Friday. And everybody was still stinking over the slap and that remark when she threw out there calling her the slut of the desert, when we all know that Brooke is really the true slut of the valley and the name was created for her. They picked up right where they left off. But today, I am telling you, Shauna, she was going in. She let Brooke have it. She did everything except slap Brooke, which Brooke wanted her to slap her back so that she could do all kind of heinous stuff to her. Although you went to her house, you slapped her, you were throwing things, that could have been considered assault on multiple levels. If Shauna wanted to be mean and cruel, they could have had her Brooke arrested. But needless to say, Brooke was still harping on her to stay away from my husband, and she's telling her, I'm not worried about my husband. My husband wasn't intentionally sleeping with you. I'm more worried about you and your actions because you intentionally slept with my husband. Yes, he's a very handsome man. Yes, he's a very wealthy man. And he didn't do what he did to help your daughter. He did what he did to help his son. And I don't appreciate you trying to get over on that, trying to win rich or still moments with my husband, pretty much, is what Brooke was saying. And Shauna just thought it was all funny. And, I mean, because it kind of was. If you could understand, the unspoken code that goes on between two people that are after the same guy, Shauna knows what it is like Brooke knows what it is. Brooke knows, yes, I know that you're after my man. And Shauna is just like, yeah, and what? And that's just what that was. But right after Brooke shot some glass container, it looked like a glass container. It was definitely glass. She shot it and it just missed Shauna's head. Flo walked in and demanded to know what was going on. And then, of course, Brooke sounds like a child to me, trying to explain themselves after they got caught doing something bad. She goes off to say, you guys did so much to hurt my family. Still didn't excuse the fact that you came there and disrespected and tore up their condo. But Flo told her, I was hoping, seeing that Thomas's family is working towards forgiveness, that one day you and the Logans would be looking to forgive me. And you should have saw the look on Brooke's face. It was priceless. She was looking at her like, girl, bye. I'm never going to forgive you until you're drowning in Malibu Beach. And I still won't forgive you then. That's just what Brooke's face looked like. And so while she was there, she ended up getting a text message that upset her so badly, and she left. But she didn't leave before revealing what that text message was. It was a text message that she received either from Katie or Donna or the hospital, notifying her that she is not a match for Katie. So yes, let's go to the hospital scene. Katie is there with Bill and Donna, and they're updating Eric and Quinn, who's come out to check on Katie and give their well wishes and just try to figure out, what do you guys need us to do? How can we help you? Do you need us to take Will? You're in our thoughts. We're here for you. Do you need us to be tested for a match? That was pretty much, they were asking every question under the sun. But both Donna and Bill were extremely confident that they didn't need anyone else to get tested because Brooke was going to be the end all to be all, guys. It's going to be Brooke. Brooke's going to save the day. So when the doctor came in and explained that Brooke was not a match, Eric and Quinn had already left. And Bill and Donna, well, Donna was even gone, I believe, at this point. Maybe. Needless to say, Bill and Katie were extremely devastated because that was their last hope. And it kind of seemed like Katie's hope died with that news. But Bill's didn't. He's going to be her rock. And it just brought me to tears today watching him hold Katie, being the rock that she definitely needs right now. Telling her, don't give up. Don't give up on Will. You are going home. We're going to find you a match. Because we all know that Katie is really emotional. But with her having this bad heart and with her having kidney failure, she needs to try to keep, her emotions under control because she doesn't want to do anything to make it worse. But it is devastating to find out that, the person that you thought was going to end your pain and suffering cannot end your pain and suffering. So, we're going to bounce back to Shauna and Flo, who begin talking after Brooke leaves about Katie's condition. And Shauna tells her, daughter, you should probably go and get tested because, let's be honest, Katie's walking around living and breathing because she's carrying your father's heart inside of her. Your father was a match. He went through all the tests. So, as his daughter, you are probably a really good match for her. I think you should try. And I was saying the same thing last week, like, duh. Katie's walking around with Flo's father's heart. It would probably make more sense that she's a better match than anyone just because her dad was already a match. So, let's hope that Flo decides that she wants to go through with it. I mean, her and Shauna did seem sincere when they were trying to give their well wishes to Brooke for Katie and so sorry about everything that was happening. But, of course, Flo is looking for redemption with her family, and her mother, Shauna, wants that for her. Now, let's not forget about what was going on out at the Cliff House. Yes, there was Ridge, along with his two children. Well, he has more than two, but these two, Steffi and Thomas. And he's still working on them, trying to be the mediator. And he's telling them, you guys, you both lost a sister, and I don't want you to lose your brother, and I don't want him to lose his sister. And they know that he's telling the truth, but there's still a lot of hurt there. And Rich said, why don't you move out of Vinny's and move into here? But Steffi put her foot down on that. And I really couldn't blame her. Because 5 minutes ago, you just asked me, could you live here? You don't have the authority to invite someone else to live in my house. Which is what he did, but he quickly realized, whoa, Papa Bear overstepped. And he stepped back and took a couple seats. Thomas said, you know what? I'm not going to give up on you, sis. I'm going to go back to Vinny's. I'm going to let you think about this. But just know I'm not giving up on you. I'm not giving up on us. I'm not giving up on this. And he left. Thomas, he went to the bikini bar where he runs into Vinny. And of course, he's telling Vinny, yeah, it worked. Just like I told you, it worked. Brooke and my dad, they're split. My dad left. He's staying over at Steffi's. I won. Woohoo! Vinny just be looking at Thomas like, man, you crazy. He loved the kid, but Vinny think Tom is crazy, crazy, crazy guy. And so back to the Cliff House, Ridge and Steffi are talking, and she's just telling her dad, I have to take ownership over my life, and I definitely decide who stays and goes at my house. And Rich had to understand that he had overstepped when he said that. And those two are on a good place, but he's going to have to really take his time with this because Steffi's hurting too. And they are both his children. And both of his children was hurt in this situation. And he has to make sure that he doesn't seem like he's doing too much for Thomas and not enough for Steffi. As the parent, he has to find a balance. Rue, what'd you think of today's episode?
I thought that Steffi's right, but she should give Thomas another chance because that is her family. And I also thought that Brooke was out of line. Like, you have no reason to be going in my house, confronting me, and, like, hitting Shauna and throwing stuff around when you're like...
Girl, Brooke crazy when it comes to Ridge.
Yeah, and she's out of line. She should just stay at the hospital where she would have heard the news herself. And that's my opinion.
Yeah, you're right about that. I don't really feel I have to tell what I felt about today's episode because I kind of was injecting my opinion in, and I'm trying so hard not to do that. So, I'm trying to hold my opinions till the end so I can give the full scope of it, but it's so hard at times. I can't help but interject. But without further ado, we're going to move on to today's Bold and the Beautiful Fun Fact for today. Now, the question is, and I want you guys to really think about this. Are there any original characters left from the original cast of The Bold and the Beautiful? And if so, who are they? Once again, are there any original cast members from when Bold and Beautiful first aired back in the late 80s? And if so, who are they? I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds to think about it. Rue, I hope you're thinking about this. Who do you think launched Bold and the Beautiful and is still playing on there to this day? 5, 4, 2, 1. Rue, who do you think started off on Bold and the Beautiful and is still playing on there today?
I think Eric started out on Bold and Beautiful, and he is still there right now.
Anybody else?
And Brooke.
You think anybody else?
No, that's all I have right now.
Ding, ding, ding. You are absolutely correct. That would be Eric Forrester, who was in real life John McCook, and Brooke Logan Forrester, better known as Catherine Kelly Lang. They've been on the show since it first aired back in the late 80s, and they are both still very prominent characters on the show today. I can't imagine the show without either one of them. At this point, it was so hard when Stephanie left that everybody was afraid that Eric was going to leave. I'm happy. I am happy that we still have our Brooke and our original Eric from the beginning, still trudging through. Thank you, guys. Now, without further ado, Rue is going to give us the spoilers for tomorrow, Tuesday, October the 8th, 2018. Give it to us, Rue.
The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for October 8th, 2019 reveal that Shauna will push Flo to go in for testing, to show her kindness, and to get back into the family. For more, tune into CBS on weekdays for more Bold and Beautiful.
And if you like our videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell below. Also, I want to know, who did you guys guess? Did you guess what Rue guessed? Did you think it was Eric and Brooke? Did you happen to think it was someone else? Who did you think it was? I'm so curious. I'd love to know these things. So feel free to comment below. Who'd you think were the original characters from The Bold and the Beautiful? And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.